Hello dear students, and I welcome you in our last lecture about fourth module, and today we are going to talk about how to distinguish simple past tense and past continuous tense exactly. And let's begin. First of all, guys, you should know that when we use each of these tense. And also, guys, you should use, for example, the simple past tense for actions that happens in the past, and also overdone and finished. And when we use exactly past continuous, exactly this tense we use for actions that was in the progress at a specific point in the past, or focusing on an action that continued for a long time in the past. And also I prepared, guys, for you some examples of these tenses. Past simple tense examples. Actions that was completed in the past. Tom went finishing last week. I worked until 2 p.m. yesterday. My family came to visit me last year. Also, time expressions frequently used with the simple past, like yesterday or last, past dates or ago. Also, guys, what should we know about past continuous tense? And this is our examples. Actions that was in progress at a particular point in the past. At 2 p.m. yesterday, Tom was playing soccer. Sophia wasn't home last night when I called her. I think she was working. Lisa and her husband were visiting us last week. And now, guys, right now, guys, let's talk about grammar structure. Here are some reminders about how to make the simple past and past continuous tenses. First of all, guys, let's discuss the simple past structure. English has two types of verbs in the past tense, like regular verbs and irregular verbs. And look at the following list of past tenses verbs. Which verbs are regular and which are irregular. Now, guys, I hope that you know all irregular verbs, because it's really important to know them if you want to talk in any past simple tense in English. And also, guys, they are examples like taught, walked, studied, gave, became, cried, live, and did. Taught is our irregular verb. Walked, our regular verb. Studied, our regular verb. Gave, our irregular. Became irregular. Cried, regular. Lived, regular. Did, irregular. For regular verbs, simply use the ed ending from of the verb in a positive sentence. And guys, please fill down this sentence. When I was a child, I in the piano. Or Donna, verb and verb in pairs when she was younger. Of course, played, our right verb. And also Donna lived, of course, and studied in pairs when she was younger. Yeah, this is the examples of it. Be careful with spelling changes. For irregular verbs, use the correct past tense form in positive sentences. Unfortunately, forms must be memorized. Last week I insert here the verb you a letter, or the students verb a speech in English, they verb a great job. Of course, I sent you a letter, and the students gave a speech in English, and they did a great job. The verb be. Let's talk about it. Remember, the forms of the verb be for the simple past tense are following. For pronouns I, he, she, it, we have form like was, and for they, we, and you, we have verb like were. Simple past negative. For all verbs except be, use didn't, plus simple form of verb. Examples: Sarah worked yesterday. Sarah didn't work yesterday. They had an argument. They didn't have an argument. Sam took classes last year, and Sam didn't take classes last year. And I learned how to see, and I didn't learn how to see. Verb be negative. Never use didn't. Simply add the word not after the verb. For example, I was tired. In negative form we have I wasn't tired, or she was here and she wasn't here. Let's talk about past continuous tenses. Don't forget that verb be is part of this structure, like I, he, she, it was, or you with a were, plus verb with ing form. Examples: My mom wasn't trying to call me last night, but I wasn't at home. All the kinds were starting last night at 9. I was cleaning my house all the day. Past continuous tense negative. Also in this sentence we should use, of course, our negative word like not after the verb be. For example, they were arguing last night and they were not arguing last night. She was yelling at me, or she was not yelling at me. Important note about past continuous tense. Some verbs are not typically used in the continuous tense. Instead, we prefer to use the verbs in the simple tenses, like simple present or past. These verbs are called stative or non-action verb. And here are some examples, like want, like, love, and hate. And exactly, guys, don't forget that you can't use these verbs in our any continuous tenses. Also, we have verbs like know, need, see, hear, believe, understand, have. Forget, remember, belong. And examples: I liked Rome. Not I was liking Rome. No, of course. She had a headache. Not she was having a headache. I knew the answer. Not I was knowing the answer. Of course, this is our mistakes. Using both tenses together. Sometimes we use both the simple past and the past continuous together to mean that one action, simple past, interrupted a continuing action or past continuous. Some examples: Dan burned his hand while he was cooking dinner. In the middle of cooking dinner, he burned his hand. When Helen called, we were having dinner. In the middle of eating dinner, Helen called. Continuing action and past continuous. Interrupting action, this is our simple past tense. Guys, now I hope that you can distinguish our past simple tense and our past continuous tense. And please, after this lecture and after this video, please do some tasks that I prepared for you. And I wish you good luck. See you soon. Goodbye.